Hey again, and welcome back. A little bit of a special treat today. This here is a gauge cluster from I think it's a newer Honda Civic. This was removed from a car because there's a pin 15, as you can see here, that isn't going across. So it's going in, it's broken inside and not coming out. So this is completely useless. And this was a customer's vehicle that had passed the warranty, so it was customer pay. Actually, I think Honda cut a deal with them where they paid the part and the customer paid the labor, something like that. But anyways, I've got this now, and we'll see if we can look inside and see if there's anything we can salvage. I don't think there is. This is a LCD. Maybe the LCD is going to be addressable. These gauges are all LED. There's no mechanical gauges. And so I don't know how interesting this will be, but either way, I don't think it's something people see often. Also, you can see the glass is broken here. And by glass, I mean plastic. So I'm going to pull this apart. I don't think there's going to be very much to see in here, so it could be a short video, but I'm not sure. If you've never popped any of these apart, it's just they're all held together with plastic tabs. I believe it's a little bit more expensive to design it with plastic tabs rather than screws, but the assembly process is so much quicker because as long as everything stays aligned, you can just pop it together. I'll tell you, manufacturers, auto manufacturers especially, but any kind of mass market thing is always going to go for the least labor possible because it's expensive. There's a lot of things to assemble in a car. Yeah, this was slated for the garbage. Actually picked it out of the trash. I figured it would be more interesting to take a look at it before it heads to the landfill. Also, I can recycle more of this as individual pieces than I could if this was still one whole assembly. There we go. So that comes off. There's our trip meter, and we have a encoder back there for the dimming. And you know it's an encoder, not a potentiometer, because you can spin this forever. Nice LCD here. Very nice LCD. Alright, so now we're going to try to pop the black part off. So same thing here. Just some release clips. Push in and pull apart. It helps if you put a little bit of tension on the part, like that. Let's see if I can get another screwdriver. You know, we used to have to do this a lot, pop these things apart when you changed bulbs. Most of the bulbs are accessible from the back, but not all of them. Something like the drive, the transmission light, like drive, park, neutral, etc., is not as easily accessible. Now these faces won't come off. We have to go in behind. Wonder if I can undo this stock somehow. That comes off, but not much more than that. So I know I have a couple screws to do here. And I can't find a Phillips. I think the number 2 Phillips is my most used screwdriver, and therefore it gets taken off the workbench a lot. So I end up jamming in a number 1 Phillips into a number 2 Phillips. Usually not much holding these guys together, so I don't expect this to take too long to take apart. No, still not out. Oh, there we go. Just give it a little push. Oh, this whole thing is one assembly. It used to be that the individual sections were screwed in individually. Maybe not anymore. These cars are also, there's actually control modules in the gauge cluster. So they're not just gauges, they actually control stuff. The engine control module will rely on these things doing some of the calculations for other parts of it. Got a little plug here. Here we go. Okay, so in this back shell there's nothing, but there's a little speaker. So since this is going to the landfill, I'm going to pop that speaker out. Trying to see these little tabs again here. The thing is, they go in very easily. They don't come out particularly easily. This is probably for the beeper for when you're changing settings. So there we go. So it's 3 pieces of plastic that can now be recycled, which is good. I want to get this stock out. This looks like the LCD driver here. There's a plug here. I'm not sure what it does. These here look like motors. I can't see what kind of motor would be there. Ooh, there might actually be a gauge back there. Interesting. Okay, how do we get this off? So we can take this driver off. The LCD driver, it looks like. Okay, let me go find a number 2 Phillips. Okay, got one. So this is actually a screwdriver from a cheap dollar store kit. And I like the kit so much that I went to go buy another set and they were all gone, which is a shame. These are long screws. This is definitely some sort of shielding can here. We'll see what's underneath. Well, there's the brains of the operation. That's a fancy microcontroller there. Wow. That's nuts. Lots of conformal coating there, protecting it from humidity. Oh, I didn't notice that. There's a socket interconnect here. Design 2013. LG Display Co. Wow. I want to see if I can get this open. Never sure which way this connector opens. Maybe it's this. Yeah, that little black handle. Pull that out. There we go. Got a very nice board there. See an inductor, some ceramic caps. Don't know what this is, but it's quite got quite a lot of heat sinking. That's really cool. Lots of inline resistors there. These are tiny, tiny surface mount components. That is really neat. It looks, oh, there's some nice contacts here. Go down onto the other board. But what exactly this does, well, this must be the it's a GCM, gauge control module. Controls quite a few interior things, and this conformal coating is like, I don't know, it's like rubbery. It's really cool. Okay. What can we see here? So again, this stupid stock is in my way. There's a screw here, and a screw here. There's a left and right bracket. Let's try to pop these out. I really want to get to the LCD. I don't think I'll be able to drive the LCD with anything, but I guess you never know. So there's one. There's two. Wonder if this will lift off now. There's a few little clips. Oh, clip there. I don't see any more screws. There's just a few of these clips. I really don't need this to go back together ever again, so I don't really care about that. It's being held down by one more point somewhere. Broke that one. Doesn't look like there's anything holding it. I don't see a fastener. There's some light piping up here. This is just a diffuser panel. If you've never noticed, this is how they make the light more even. So they use this semi-transparent, or they use a transparent frosted plastic, and they print more and more shading as you go to the center. This plastic lift off, maybe? Trying to see. Oh, this came off. Okay, that was just some two-sided adhesive. So that comes off. That means this one should be able to come off. There we go. Okay, same thing. You can see all the lighting behind there. I have this guy here so you can see the symbols. Same thing with the other piece. There's all your symbols. Let's take a look here, because I swear these guys are motors, but this I'm sure is an LED type deal. So let's see. There's some like fiber optics going on here with some I don't know, light pipes. Not really fiber optics. Pry this off. Something's holding this junk in place. This guy. This guy. Oh, it is coming loose. Oh, here too. And here. Look at how fancy this light piping is. They really want to make sure that the light is well dispersed wherever it needs to go. So they frost certain areas. They put a lot of work into this, and you can see the LEDs down there. There and there. Lift this guy up. There's the LED bar. bar graph. I think this side was fuel and the other side's temperature, something like that. Okay. Looks like we're right down in there. I don't really care if I break these. Again, this is going to the trash. There's a shield. No way! Are you kidding me? So this here, this is what it looks like. It looks like a LED bar gauge, but instead of putting a bunch of extremely inexpensive surface mount LEDs on here, they're using a friggin' stepper motor, or, well, I don't know if it's a stepper motor or if it's a balancing coil gauge. Holy crap. I can't believe that. That is insane. You'd think that a few LEDs, like, 40 LEDs would cost pennies, but instead they have this actual moving gauge. Come on out. I feel like I won't be able to get this off. There we go, until I pull this. So this is actually, they have a single light source in there probably, and they're light piping through here to get it out here. Let me see if I can light this, if I could put light through here. Can't focus it well enough. Where is the light coming from? This guy here, I presume. I can't believe they're actually doing that. There's some more light piping down there. So another plastic piece there. That looks again like it would come up. Yeah, that's another light pipe. It's like a prism, actually. Man, if you see these things in person, it's like 2014-ish Civic. Yeah, this is the light piping. So this will go down like this, somewhere on here, and the LEDs will come from underneath and light through that tip there. Because there's all your surface mount LEDs. They use 5 of these instead of like far more low power ones, which honestly I swore that's what happened. So I guess on this side will be pretty much the same, but we won't know until we take a look. Whoops, I didn't mean to break that. Like this, pop this guy out. So same type of deal here. Same type of deal here. And I'm sure if I pull this out, yeah, same deal. So this here, the little shaft in the middle, that's a little, either a stepper motor or it's a balanced coil gauge. That's a little pocket for it. This is just, all this is a shroud to make sure no light comes in from the back. And same arrangement right there. Now I'm not sure if now I'll be able to push it through. Yeah, it looks like I can. Okay, so now we have the LCD in here, which I'll take a look at in a second. There's our rotary encoder. It looks a lot like the stuff you find for Arduinos. Oh, now it comes off. Yeah, look at that. All these surface mount LEDs. Impressive. I might actually try taking them off and seeing what's going on there. That is so cool. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 connections here for the motor. And so it still could be a stepper motor, or it could be a balanced coil type gauge. I'm definitely going to desolder this and take it. I'm going to take all the components I can. I might try to light these LEDs as well. That is extremely cool. I had no idea they would actually use these. I figured a bunch of LEDs were cheaper than motors or whatever, because look at all the, I don't know if you can tell, but look at all the copper in there. This is crazy. Signal in plus, signal in minus, COS, I don't know what COS means, but I feel like this is like a balance. Actually, if I spin the shaft and it spins back, ooh, I don't know if you hear that. I'll put it close to the mic. Those are hard stops on the inside there. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like they might be stepper motors. It's hard to say. That is really cool. That is very, very cool. Just looking at this board here, I thought I saw some corrosion down in here, but I don't think so. This was faulty though, that's why it's out of the car. Yeah, very cool. Okay, so let's pull the LCD out. This light pipe here is held in by these clips. Same thing as the rest. One here, one here. And one here. There's another light pipe. It should shine down this way, but there's no more, let's see if I can hold this like this. Yeah, there's no more backing or reflective agent. It's hard to say. Okay, oh, this comes off too. Should reveal us the LCD. And it does. That's a nice big LCD, and there's a little cover with a little bit of tint. Polarizer. And should be 2 more screws. I don't think I'll be able to do anything with the LED, with the LCD, but that won't stop me from trying. There we go. There's the part number, LG display. Ooh. It's quite possible that the LCD driver is actually in here. Okay, I'm gonna hope the driver's in there. I'm not sure what kind of signaling this will take, but if someone knows, let me know down in the description, because it would be cool to use this in another project. That's awesome. Okay, so getting the plastic aside. This is another for the LCD. Let's see if we can light some of these LEDs. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this, but I'm guessing just this kind of wire, these kinds of breadboard leads, should be good enough. Start at 5 volts and work our way up. So let's see, we get anything here? Ooh, constant current. Let's change the constant current up a bit. So 5 volts. Not sure if I'm feeding current through another part of the circuit here. Whoa! 5 volts, 500 milliamps. That seems really bright. I don't think it's a full 5 volt. Oh, nice. Green. So W here probably means white. G means green. Why is this one so low? This one may be a 12 volt one. Nope. Nope. I think I'm going to drop that back down. I think I liked it better at 5 volts, a bit safer. But don't have any doubts on the quality of these components. These would be pretty high quality. Weird, huh? Oh. I think we're blowing them. Let's go down a bit. You know what the K probably means? Cathode. Let's see. Seems to be working better now. Red. Yeah. Yeah, pushing way too much current through them. For sure. That one's blown. Okay, let's change the maximum current. So let's see here. Ah, that's better. That's still probably overcurrent. Look at that. These all work. Okay, this way. This is the red one. Yeah, I'm gonna take some camera cut out there. But yeah, I'll have to figure out how these motors work and salvage some of these. But I think that's going to be it for this video. I just wanted to take a look in here. There's some nice components we can take. Like this is an inductor, some surface mount capacitors. I'm going to try to take these, either they're balancing coils or they are stepper motors. I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember if the gauge goes like up and down, sort of like as a entry display, then it's very likely a stepper motor, but I don't really remember. But yeah, this thing is incredible. So I'll get rid of all the plastic, put it all into recycling, and in another video I'm going to salvage some of these components because I feel like the LEDs, the ones that I didn't burn out, might be quite useful. These massive caps for sure, this inductor for sure, maybe these guys, surface mount inductors. There's a big that looks like a diode. So yeah, we'll have a look at what we have here and see what we can take. But once again, thanks for watching.